Good morning, my name is Jeff. I'm a sewer tech Northwest. Today we're at property address 942 Southwest Red Hills Drive here in Dundee, Oregon, located in the crawl space right at the right where the line goes out of the front of the home. It's 4-inch cast iron clean out. This will be the point of access. I'm going to insert the camera and check the overall condition and serviceability of the sanitary sewer line. Here we go. Yeah, it transitions here from 4-inch cast iron to 4-inch concrete at 18 feet out. And it looks like we have the start of some root intrusion here at the joint at about 22 feet out. It's possible that's pipe grout. It's squeezing through, but it looks kind of wet. I'm pretty sure we've got the start of some roots coming through there. Or the joint's separated enough that it's allowed some dirt from the outside to come through, but those often keep progressing to a point where the joints separate completely and you'll have a big root ball coming through there. So I will recommend a repair there. You got the same thing here about 25 feet out. I'm going to show the video to somebody, some repair guys, to get a second opinion on that. It looks like there's something coming through. Sometimes you can get excess pipe grout from when they first installed it, and it kind of squeezes through and dries in place. I don't see any root strands, but yeah, I'm going to get a second opinion. I'll mark it in the event that it needs to be repaired. Yeah, we have some more roots coming through here. So more than likely that is root intrusion back there. It just hasn't progressed to the point that, for instance, this has here at 33 feet. So we've got root intrusion there at 25 feet. Looks like the start of it here about 28 feet. And then a pretty good sized root ball coming through here at 33 feet. And that root, as you can see, is growing way down the sewer line here. Looks like possibly roots coming through there at 38 feet out. going to do a toilet flush to hopefully get the camera to advance out further. And there was a section of cast iron in between. It just transitioned there at 76 feet over to 6-inch concrete. There was a section of cast iron between the 4-inch concrete and the 6-inch. I'll get that called out when I pull back. Okay, here at 91 feet, we have reached the main lateral out on southwest Red Hills. I'm going to go ahead and start reeling back and getting that section with the root intrusion mapped out. I'll be using green paint, and I will mark either end of the spot repair with a green X. And I'll draw lines between those 2 points just to show the direction the pipe is running. That section of cast iron, it was only just a few feet. It was like from about 73 feet to 76 feet. Very short section of cast iron. And it looks like the furthest out point of root intrusion is here at about 32 feet from the point of access. It looks like they've come through the joint here and they've just grown a long ways down the pipe. You can see how much of the sewer pipe is taken up by roots now. The water's drained out of it. Actually, I do see, looks like some roots are coming through there. Okay, I'm going to do a marking here at 40 feet out. This looks like the furthest out point of root intrusion in the line. I'm going to mark here, and then I'll reel back to the beginning and get that marked. Just seeing, I'll mark where the roots are at. It may be a good idea. You might be able to sleeve this line. The repair guys will have a better idea of how to remedy this situation, as I strictly do inspections. But because there's roots coming through here, it's very possible that down the road in a few years, you could end up with more roots coming through at other points. But for right now, it looks like the stopping point of those roots is right here at 39 feet out. So I'll mark here with an X, and I'll reel back to the beginning and mark that with an X, which I believe is at about 22 feet out. So there's about 40 feet of pipe that needs to be sleeved. And depending on what the costs are for that, sometimes it can be very similar just to sleeve the entire concrete section. So I will put that in the report, and the repair guys can kind of come up with an idea there if that's worth doing, or just sleeving this section of the pipe with the roots. Okay, I did mark here where the line goes down, kind of parallels or goes underneath some of those stone steps that goes down to the bottom of the yard in front. Marked there with a green X is right next to a tree just at the base of those stone steps. It's at 2 feet 4 inches deep there. I'll pull back here to about the halfway point. I'll do another marking here at 30 feet, and then I'll pull back to the beginning, which I believe is at about 22 feet where the roots first start. And at the very least, I recommend sleeving or replacing that section of pipe with the root intrusion. An even better option would be to sleeve all the line out to at least the street curb, which would fully update the line on property and eliminate the possibility of more roots coming through different joints down in the future. If the line continues to settle and shift, those joints can slowly open up, and then the roots find the water through the openings in those joints. So. Okay, I just drew a green line here, just showing the direction the pipe runs. We're just off to the adjacent to the stone steps now, about halfway back to the house. And it does look like it runs underneath the stone steps. So sleeving the pipe would be an ideal fix, as it generally doesn't require very much trenching, so that you can leave everything intact and not have to dig up your front yard. It looks like those roots came through just prior to the cast iron transition, so I'm actually going to pull back and just mark the cast iron transition, as this is a better point to hook up to. So the repair will extend from 18 feet to 40 feet. And again, it would be even better to sleeve all of the concrete, as it would fully update the line and eliminate the possibility that roots could intrude in other joints down the road. But sleeving this part will fix the root intrusion for the time being, and yeah, make the line flow much, much better than it is now. Okay, I attempted to locate right here. I did do a marking, but I did not put a depth. My locator was very, very bouncy. The signal was not coming in very clear here at all, and that's due to the depth has increased quite a bit. We're right in front of the house, about 4 feet away from it, 6 feet, something like that. I've marked a green T, but that is a rough location. I do recommend the repair guys to try and relocate with some line tracing equipment or something to double check and get some depths, as the depths are bouncing around a couple feet and different. So I'm not comfortable writing down a definitive depth there. But I do recommend starting the repair from this point and extending out to 39 feet where the root intrusion ends. Apart from that root intrusion, the rest of the line is in pretty good shape. But I would shoot for updating the entire concrete section, at least out to the 6-inch concrete. The 6-inch stuff is in actually very good shape. It's the concrete going through the yard that's in pretty rough shape, and that's because it's a very steep, sloping yard, which will settle a lot more than flat ground does, as well as all the plants and everything in the yard. The root systems will move the pipe around. So it would be a good idea to try and update the entire thing. But sleeving or fixing what I've repaired there will take care of the issues here for the time being. It's hard to say if roots will ever intrude elsewhere, but it's always a possibility.